Annie Hemmelgarn, the point guard, 5'7" sophomore, 3 points a game. Eddie Inskeep, 5'10" junior, 8 points a game. Next is Lydia Mesher, a 5'10" senior, 9.4 a game. Anna Larger, 5'7" senior, just 7 points a game. And rounding out number 24, Kayla Lamb, a 5'10" senior, 3 points. A lot of rebounds. So that's the starting lineup. Hemmelgarn, Inskeep, Mesher, Larger, and Lamb for the Wildcats. Start about our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Greg, let's start with the St. Mary's Roughriders.
First for St. Mary's, battle on the boards. As you saw the starting lineups be announced, their tallest player is 5'8". Minster starts 3 that are 5'10". So rebounding is going to be a big deal. Limit turnovers and then get out in transition. We talked about it before. They like to get out, get some deep threes into transition as well. On the flip side, for Minster, that is one of their keys. Stop the transition. Locate their three-point shooters. They have 3 shooters in the top 10 in our local region. And then be aggressive. Minster doesn't want to sit back and wait for this defense to kind of settle in. They want to attack and get to the bucket.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Tip was controlled by Minster. Pass a little bit too high. So St. Mary's will take over. And, full court pressure. We'll probably see a lot of that for both teams. Be interesting. Both teams want to push the tempo. So it should be a fun game tonight. Three ball. Shot there by Hirschfeld. Rebound by Minster. They push it ahead. Mesher. The shot. That is just short. Rebounded there by Allemeyer. St. Mary's averages 37 points a game. Minster at 44. 3 ball there. Reese Rabel.
They've been down the floor 2 different possessions there for St. Mary's. Both have been 3-pointers. Open look, something that I'm sure Coach Wish doesn't want to see a lot of because, as we mentioned, as we've seen in the scouting report, St. Mary's shoots and makes a lot of threes.
Minster will shoot the threes, but not as that regularity to what St. Mary's does. Shot by Lamb rattles off. Rebound by Hirschfeld. Up ahead to Menker. Step back. About a 10-footer. Long rebound to Minster. Anna Larger pushes it ahead to Mesher. Mesher the leading scorer at 9 points a game. That ball's tipped away here by Jacobs. Rabel comes up with a basketball.
2 early turnovers by Minster.
Allemeyer. Basketball. There's Jacobs. Menker, just a sophomore, will drive to the basket. Can't take the shot over Lamb. Kick it out to Rabel. Rabel, their leading scorer at 10. Up and under. Rebounded by Inskeep. Minster pushing the tempo. Has to go back to their half-court offense. Annie Hemmelgarn, sophomore, will run it from the point. Larger on the wing. Drives to the basket. Loses a handle. Another turnover.
I was going to say, good idea there by Minster. You'd like to see them start working the ball in the paint. They've been a little bit out of control in their offensive sets there. Thought they were going to get a good look by Larger, but the Riders' defense able to slap it away.
Allemeyer able to drive. Too strong in the bank shot. Inskeep clears the boards. Minster looking for their first point of the game. Spin move by Mesher. Lydia is fouled. She will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that's what you'd expect Minster to really work on, try to get that ball inside, use their size. First foul there against Reese Rabel.
Lydia Mesher is a big improvement her senior year. As a junior, she averaged 1.2 a game off the bench. This senior year, she's improved that over 8 points. She's at 9.4. She hits the first foul shot. Second attempt, 1 of 4 seniors on this team. Nothing but nylons. Minster cuts the lead to 1, 3-2 on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. Hirschfeld with a nice move.
Full head of steam there by Hirschfeld. Gets the runner to go. Gives St. Mary's back to a 3-point edge.
Minster coming off a big win over Tri-Village on Saturday. Tri-Village ranked in the top 5. They were 15-1 coming in. Minster, a good defensive effort, won 33-28. Pass tipped away. Good defense by St. Mary's. Another turnover.
4th turnover now by Minster. And it's a different kind of game. You talk about that Tri-Village. That was more size and big bodies and pushing around. Here, St. Mary's using their speed to try to get into the paint and get some of those steals and rebounds, and missed 3 there by St. Mary's.
Long rebound comes to St. Mary's, but they lose the handle out of bounds. It'll be Minster ball. Coach Mankiewicz in his 8th year at the helm at the Varsity. Minster 12-5. That clinches their 18th straight winning season, 28. The last 29 years, Minster has had a winning record. Long tradition of success here at Minster. Hemmelgarn trying to find a teammate. They go high-low. Inskeep too strong on the baby hook.
Good execution there by Minster, just not able to finish.
Tipped out of bounds. Lamb almost had a steal. Coming into the game, Sadie Niemeyer. Junior averages 6 points a game. She was a starter early in the season and had a fractured wrist. Been back a few games. Candace Hirschfeld. Junior brings it across the timeline. Rabel closely guarded there by Hemmelgarn. Hirschfeld on the wing. It's Allemeyer. Good half-court defense there by the Wildcats, forces a turnover.
Second one against the Roughriders. Substitution in the ball game for St. Mary's. Looks like number 1 for the Roughriders checked in.
Also number 12, Claire Turner in the game, 5'9" freshman. Been recently moved up full-time on varsity. Niemeyer on the wing. She is their leading three-point shooter. That ball goes through the hands of Hemmelgarn.
Some uncharacteristic turnovers there by Minster. They have 5 already here in this first quarter. Definitely some solid speed defensively by St. Mary's causing those issues.
Hirschfeld seems to be the point guard on this team. Pass it to Turner. Rabel goes to the basket, draws the foul.
Kind of surprised at that matchup. Like, they have one of those smaller guards.
Hemmelgarn.
I think Hemmelgarn guarding Rabel, which you would think she would be more compared to like Lydia Mesher.
Yeah.
Size and speed wise, maybe that'll be an adjustment because Mesher's way out top there guarding the point guard for St. Mary's.
Rabel misses the first one. Rabel 5'8", Hemmelgarn 5'4". Usually Anna Larger is the one that draws the tougher defense, but I'm sure there's other players that have to watch the next trip down on who. Well, Larger isn't in there right now. Watch the different matchups. There's always different reasons. There's a lot of different weapons on this St. Mary's team as Rabel hits the second. Mesher. Pass to Inskeep, another turnover.
They're just, St. Mary's very active and alert, but a couple of those just bad-handled passes from Minster. Their 6th turnover.
Rabel. St. Mary's had a big week last week. Beat Marion Local on Tuesday. They beat Shawnee, a big league team. And there's a rebound. Missed there by Jacobs.
A golden opportunity there for St. Mary's. They miss out on that one.
Hemmelgarn works off the screen. Defense there by Hirschfeld. She couldn't get a clear shot off.
You almost feel like their offense is moving a little too quick. That being Minster, like they're not.
I drive to the basket by Niemeyer. She banks it home.
Get a good setup there, but they need to be a little more patient. Work the ball into Inskeep and Mesher. They have those positions in Lamb in the paint, but they're not slowing their offense enough down to take a good look and make that entry pass.
Turner gives it up to Manker. Manker tries to drive. Got a lot of players on this team that do the dribble drive. Hirschfeld. There's a long three by Ray. Wow. That was about a volleyball 10-foot line there.
That thing was from way downtown. That was a heck of a shot.
That's her 28th three on the season, so she knows once she can make them. Niemeyer's shot is short. Hemmelgarn with the rebound. Inskeep comes up with a third chance coming up here by Minster. Mesher underneath the Inskeep, too high again.
That's the part I was talking about, right? It's like You don't have to force that pass. You got to set up and get positioned to make that pass. And instead, they're trying to hurry. Well, St. Mary's got good speed. They don't have size. They got good speed. They need to get in the paint, hold their position, and then enter it in the paint and finish at the bucket.
Ava Stammen in the game, number 5. Aubriana Whipker in the game, and Anna Larger comes in the game, and right away she is guarding Rabel.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Just ball handling wise, she's going to really control that tempo for Minster.
Good defense there by Webker, causes the jump ball. It will, alternate possession will stay with St. Mary's. The other thing that a lot of Minster's offense is usually made through their defense with the live ball turnovers. And
right.
They haven't been able to turn over St. Mary's yet.
It's very true. St. Mary's only turned the ball over twice to Minster's 7 with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter.
Pass through the lane. Probably one too many passes there. Picked off by Stammen. Niemeyer, Webker. Webker can't get the shot off. Niemeyer thought about a 3. Stammen drives to the hoop. Now to Niemeyer. To the hoop was contact, no foul. Menker comes up with the ball. Gives it up to Allemeyer. Under a minute to go. 5-point lead by St. Mary's. Jacobs drives baseline. 3 ball. In and out. Shot there by Allemeyer. Minster balls. Niemeyer pushes the tempo. Stammen has an opening. Makes position. Nice move there by Stammen.
Yeah, good finish at the bucket. Very patient. And a nice strong finish at the hoop. The bucket Minster badly needed, now trailing by just 3.
Rabel, they double team her. And there will be a ball on the end line, so there is a turnover there on St. Mary's. Is Lily Barhorse in the lineup. Barhorse has missed a lot of the season, came back against Knoxville on Thursday. I think it's their 3rd game back, so first team All-MAC. Coach Wish working her more into the lineup. Minster with the ball down by 3, 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Webker to Larger. Niemeyer, the nice entry pass to Barhorst.
Back-to-back good entries there by the Wildcats and back-to-back good finishes in the paint.
Stolen by Larger and in. And that ends the quarter. Great finish to the first quarter for the Wildcats as they take the lead on our First National Bank scoreboard 10-9. We'll be back with the second quarter on NK Telco Sports.
Hometown Opportunity serves Mercer County, Auglaize County, Darke County, and Shelby County.
The website as a whole is pretty user-friendly. I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me in the area.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
We know that our local candidates, a lot of times, are our most successful candidates because they want to come here and stay.
It's become the go-to site for anybody looking for a job in the region.
We go to the second quarter. Minster with a flurry. 2 quick baskets in the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, their last 3 possessions, counting that steal, have all been very solid. Got an entry into Stammen. I think the other one was to
Barhorst.
Barhorst, thank you. And then adversely,
Steal by Larger.
When they score, they can set up their press. Larger gets a steal, so 3 straight really good possessions. Takes a quick 1-point lead right before the end of the first quarter.
Minster with the ball to start our second quarter with, I think, their first lead of the night.
Yeah, I believe so.
To Barhorst. Over Jacobs. Barhorst 2 for 2.
Yeah, get her back in the ball game and get her a quick entry or 2. And she scored them both.
Now she's guarding Jacobs as she goes across the timeline. A lot of ball handlers on this St. Mary's team. Menker drives to the basket. Wasn't able to finish. Good help defense. Jacobs against Barhorst, and she will travel.
Crazy part is she still made that shot.
Yeah,
she got bumped around all over, but definitely took an extra step. Turnover against St. Mary's.
Stopping with the basketball. A lot of good ball handlers on this team as well. Minster Webker drives to the basket. They go to the line to shoot 2, as they call that a shooting foul. Webker averages 4.5 points a game off the bench. She splits time with JV, which means she doesn't ordinarily play 4 quarters on varsity. In and out on the first free throw. Minster as a team shoots 61%. Webker really good. She was 10 of 11 going into that one. Now she's 11 of 13, was still pretty good.
Still pretty good. I'll take that all day long.
Minster with a 4-point lead. Rabel now guarded by larger Manker. Tough shot. Tipped around. Be Minster ball. Kayla Lamb comes back in the game, replacing Ava Stallman.
And the last 3 possessions we've seen from Minster, they've all been right at the bucket. I gotta believe at the end of that quarter break, Coach Wiss said, hey, there's nobody down there to really swat a pass or defend the basket. Let's start getting the hoop a little bit more. It's one of the things he talked about in his keys. Really didn't see it the first half of that first quarter, starting to see it as Minster's settling a little more in their offense. It looks like St. Mary's went to a zone.
St. Mary's didn't have a starter over 5'8". Minster had 3 starters at 5'10". Plus you have Barhorse that's come into the game as well. Barhorse at 6'1". So 3 ball, Webker. Good rebound by Large. She just out-jumped Rabel. Niemeyer, Webker open for the 3. Wide open for the stick back there, Kayla Lamb.
Yeah, Lamb just sitting there waiting under the bucket. Nobody on her. Good possession there for the Wildcats.
I think Minster's on, I think, a 9-0 run. It was 9-6. They had quick baskets. It might even be a bigger one. I think it was 9-4. I think
it was 9-4.
Yep. I think we'll call it an 11-0 run. Allemeyer Jacobs.
When you haven't seen near as many of those open looks, St. Mary's in the early part of the game had some, as you see, a great finish there, but they had a lot of space. I mentioned the first couple shots, room to shoot, that has gone away. Minster's defense has really stepped up, but a great finish there by Menker.
Addie Inskeep, Lydia Mesher in the game. Also Claire Turner in for St. Mary's. Hemmelgarn, Coach Wiss, like most years, has a pretty deep bench.
Yeah, for sure. This one might be a little deeper than most, I even feel like. He can go probably close to 10, if not more.
He can play a big lineup. He can play a smaller, quick lineup. As a 3-point play is completed there by Sophia Menker. A much-needed basket for St. Mary's. Stopped the 11-0 run. Hemmelgarn has to give it up to Inskeep. There's Mesher at the free throw line. Finds Hemmelgarn wide open. This team does a nice job of finding the open person. Hemmelgarn knocks down about the 15-footer. Lead back to 5. Manker gives it up to Hirschfeld. Tries to drive. Manker, she likes to drive as well. Now Rabel. Rabel had 7 points in the first quarter. 2 long threes in that 7 points. Turner, Rabel almost pass stolen away. Larger's all over her. Turner will let the 3 go and rattle it home.
Big basket there for St. Mary's. They were kind of getting to that danger zone. Like you mentioned, they went on quite a drought. Got 2 buckets in the last 2 possessions. Got the lead back to 2.
17-15 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Mesher to Inskeep and in.
Yeah, that's going to be there all night just for the sheer size of things. A good entry from Mesher and a nice finish from Inskeep.
19-15. 4 minutes to go before halftime. JV game tonight was won by Minster 44-35. Hirschfeld with the 3. Timeout St. Mary's. Coach Scott Jordan with a 30-second timeout. Gives us an opportunity to Let you know NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Telco cable or an nkt.tv app. Replay times on channel 152 is tomorrow, the 31st at 6 p.m. Replay times on channel 3 and 503. Replay times are February 13th at noon or February 14th at 4 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports/schedule.
Got a great look at Coach Jordan there in the timeout, Dave, and he mentioned right on cue what we were kind of talking about. He said, you got to rebound and keep shooting, and I think he's spot on. His team definitely has to keep being physical in the paint because Minster has definitely brought that part of the game here in the second quarter.
They've already hit 4 threes on the night.
Yeah, all off that dribble penetration. The last possession was a great example. They dribble hard in the lane, drew like 3 defenders, and then wisely kicked up. You still got to make that shot and give them credit. Like you said, they've made 5 already.
St. Mary stays in that zone that they went to about 2 or 3 possessions ago. Hemmelgarn on the wing, using the zone to try to stop the inside. Quick pass to Inskeep.
Good feed there, high-low from Lamb to Inskeep.
Foul, see who it's on. Reese Rabel, that's her second. She's their leading scorer. Inskeep, junior, does a little bit of everything. She's in the league leaders in 4 different categories. Rebounding, assists, block shots, misses the first foul shot. Has a second chance. She was honorable mention in the league last year. Probably will get some league honor this year as well. She hits the second. Steal by Lamb. Kick by Rabel.
And Minster will catch a break there because that ball kind of got thrown off of Rabel's foot more than it was a kick. So Minster, because it was going to get stolen, so Minster will keep it on that.
Able to get a second turnover, I think, off the pressure. Going through a few hands. Mesher, this is a shot. Larger, she's had a couple of those offensive rebounds.
Does a nice job in the paint for her size.
Hemmelgarn. They go to Mesher. Mesher and Inskeep usually do a nice job of passing to each other. Hemmelgarn. Lamb trying to find an opening. Nice defense there by Turner. She read that, but Inskeep takes it right back, but misses the layup. That goes out of bounds off of St. Mary's.
What a change of possession there. Turner makes a great play, like you said. Inskeep's like, nope, I'm not giving that up that fast. Rips it right back. Has a pretty good opportunity at the bucket. Can't quite get it to go. Minster able to retain possession.
Niemeyer taken out in favor of Larger here as Minster with the ball. Hemmelgarn to Inskeep. Niemeyer. Long to Sadie Niemeyer.
Yeah, nice step-in jumper there by Niemeyer. In rhythm, found her own spot. Knocks down the jumper.
There's Rabel. She misses the 3, and that was right after Larger left the game. That was her first shot she's taken since that time, in over a quarter. The officials confer it will stay with St. Mary's. I like that Niemeyer, she didn't make herself be forced that I got to shoot the 3.
Right.
She shot what was in rhythm.
Yeah.
Didn't worry about it. So many players like, I got to shoot behind the 3 there, but nice job of hitting that jumper, long 2. And then Niemeyer comes up with the rebound there. Pass ahead to Lamb. Lamb with a shot. Inskeep, tough foul there on the aggressive. She's tried to get the rebound. That'll be the second foul on Inskeep. So Inskeep with 2, Rabel with 2. 2 key players on both teams. Inskeep will leave. Rabel's been staying out there with 2 fouls with 2:06 to go. Important 2 minutes here. Minster finished strong at the end of the first quarter, which St. Mary's had dominated most of that. Hirschfeld pushes it ahead, but throws it away.
Yeah, kind of drove herself out of any space and had to make a tough pass. And
a larger back in. Hemmelgarn leaves. Just under 2 minutes to go. Minster with a 4-point lead. They trail most of the first quarter before scoring a couple baskets at the end of the first quarter, lead 10-9. Barhorse back in the game. Mesher, Barhorse trying to post up. Niemeyer to Lamb. Larger now, Niemeyer. In some trouble. Nice steal by Rabel.
Yeah, good hands. Read the pass coming there from Minster.
Hirschfeld. She will set up the offense.
A little surprising Rabel was that aggressive, too. She has 2 fouls on her. So
good point.
She was right up in the action there. I mean, it was a clean play, but it easily could have went the wrong way. She could have got a third.
Into the corner.
If I'm Scott Jordan or Coach Jordan right now, my first thought is if this possession gets a dead ball, pull her out. Let her sit the rest of the half. There's only 50 seconds left, and save her for the second half.
Hirschfeld over to Ellemeyer. Ellemeyer tries to drive, kicks it over to Turner. Now to Jacobs. Backdoor to Ellemeyer. Misses a layup. Good rebound by Turner. Rabel blocked by Larger.
Wow, what a couple of great plays there. Minster defense looked like they were going to get beat a couple times, able to clamp down, force St. Mary's into tough shots.
This has been a long, good defensive possession by Minster. St. Mary's isn't, they've run a minute off the clock, and it isn't because they're trying it. They just can't find an opening. Had the layup, and then Rabel's shot is blocked. Rabel now to Banker. Seemed like Coach Scott Jordan say pull it out. Say probably go for one. There doesn't seem like they're mostly in their offense here. To Rabel.
That was a dangerous one there.
Yes, down to under 10 seconds. Banker with the ball. She will drive, put up a shot. Jacobs will be fouled on the rebound.
Yeah, nothing hurt there, though, if you're Minster. Just 2 fouls so far in the half, so I should say the quarter.
So Niemeyer will pick up her second foul. So .5, they got to shoot it quick. Jacobs, good first half of basketball between these two All-Glaze County neighbors. Both teams go to the locker room on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster leads by 4. We'll be back with the stats in the second half here on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Welcome back. We're at halftime here. Minster with a 4-point lead over St. Mary's. With our mid-game stats brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems, here's Mr. Greg Burning.
Thanks, Dave. Some quick stats here first for Minster. Minster had 19 rebounds in the first half to St. Mary's 15. Early, Minster turned the ball over quite a bit, really turned it back. The second quarter ended up with 10 total compared to St. Mary's 8, so not a lot of a difference there. Scoring-wise for the visiting St. Mary's Roughriders, Menker had 3, Hirschfeld 5, and Reese Rabel with 7. On the other side for the Minster Wildcats, a lot more balanced scoring. Hemmelgarden 2, Stammen 2, Inskeep 3, Mesher 2, Barhorst 4, Niemeyer 4, Webker 1, Larger 2, Lamb 2. So, as we mentioned before, a lot of depth in that Minster team. You don't believe me? Look at the scoring. But they did a nice job settling back in that second quarter. Minster able to hang on to a 4-point lead as we get ready to start the second half. And I think you're going to see a lot more of what we saw from both of these teams. Minster's going to work the ball in the paint a little bit more, get those close buckets for Lamb, Inskeep, and Mesher. And on the other side, you're going to see St. Mary's really dribble drive and kick it out to get those open threes. And that's really a lot of what we saw, especially more in the second quarter. Both teams kind of feel out session in that first quarter a lot, I felt like. A lot of quick plays, turnovers, a little hectic, if that's the right word. They both settled in nicely in the second quarter and started to play some real nice basketball.
Both coaches, thank them, they gave us the keys and their thoughts of it. Both of them talked about pushing it, transition, and up-tempo, and really there hasn't been that much up-tempo.
No, it's been the turnovers have been in the backcourt, not out in live ball play where you can quickly go and get a free bucket. And may see some more of that here in the second half. It just kind of depends on how well you handle the pressure.
Quick foul there on Anna Larger, just her first, as she is matched up on Reese Rabel. Rabel scored 7 in the first quarter. Since in the second quarter, where Rabel was guarded by Larger, she did not score at all. Only had a couple shots. Hirschfeld.
A tough angle there. Gets her own rebound.
Jacobs. Same 5 starters as normal for St. Mary's. Jacobs, Allemeyer, Menker, Hirschfeld, and Rabel. A lot of dribble drives, a lot of three-point shooting.
Seeing a lot more handoff action here in the early in this third quarter's possession.
Menker had an open look. Hemmelgarn lost it out of bounds, so another chance for the Lady Roughriders.
Yeah, they've gotten quite a few offensive rebounds for no bigger than there. They usually really use their speed. But like you mentioned, a lot more dribbling there, a lot more attention to a quick dribble handoff to try to get that turn to get to the bucket.
Good defense there by Inskeep with the steal. Lamb will lose it. Oh, actually, he's tipped out of bounds, so will stay with Minster. Starters for Minster, the same 4 as before. Hemmelgarn, or to start the game, Hemmelgarn, Larger, Lamb, Inskeep, and Mesher. As Greg said, 9 different players scored in the first quarter. Nobody had more than 4 points. Mesher, fortunate that Minster was able to get the ball back. In and out there by Hemmelgarn. Jacobs with the rebound. Roughriders almost was stolen there by Hemmelgarn.
Yeah, almost got that live ball turnover we were talking about right out at the half-court line.
Allemeyer, Hirschfeld, there's Rabel. Driving on Larger. Nice catch there by Hirschfeld.
Right in front of us. He had good reach to keep that one in play.
Menker, spin move and in.
If I'm not mistaken, you said she was just a sophomore.
Yes.
Nice little nifty play there in the lane. A sequence of moves to get herself open and to finish.
They start 2 juniors, a sophomore, and 2 seniors, so a lot of mix of grades. That basket by Menker cuts the lead to 2. Hemmelgarn to Mesher. Lamb's open. Too strong in the layup.
Well, she had all kinds of space there.
The referee stop the play. I don't know what some mix up. He says, my bad. I don't know if he thought that Menker had stepped out of bounds or what it was, but.
Almost acted like he thought it should have been thrown in, like it was a made bucket. Or you know what I mean? Because she didn't go back and step in the thing.
Yeah.
That's the look he had on his face down by the baseline, but.
Nothing hurt. Just stopped the play. It wasn't really a fast break opportunity, and we'll just live to play. And there is a steal by Hemmelgarn. Up ahead to Inskeep. Nice drive by Inskeep.
And that's what you can expect from Minster. They do a great job switching quickly from offense to defense and scoring.
Inskeep did a nice job of using her body to keep it safe for the layup. Menker with the 3. That will go out of bounds. This will be Minster ball. Minster the leading scorer now. Inskeep with 5. Barhorst and Niemeyer with 4 off the bench. It's tipped out of bounds. Claire Turner, she's had some quality minutes off the bench. Number 12 for St. Mary's.
Just a freshman.
5'9", but gives them some size. It's larger, breaks the pressure and double dribbled.
Thought she might get away with that in this day and age. you get the juggling, hands.
Yeah, you get 3 refs nowadays. Maybe back in the days of 2, you could have got away with it, but not now. Manker double team. Allemeyer drives to the basket. Too strong. Rebound by Turner. Kicks it out. Allemeyer with the tray. Manker with a follow. Too strong.
Wow, you can't get much better looks than that.
Outlet pass. 2-on-1 larger. Lamb can't finish. Both teams with looks stolen by Hemmelgarn, and we'll have a foul. A lot happening there.
That might be the understatement of the night.
Yeah. Both teams had a lot of good looks. St. Mary's, a couple of chances there. Hemmelgarn just stole it away from the St. Mary's girl, and Annie will shoot 2.
Yeah, thank goodness she did, because if not, that would have been 4 attempts the St. Mary's would have gotten at that possession.
Pair of 5s come into the game. Number 5 for Minster, Ava Stammen. Number 5, Candace Hirschfeld in the game for St. Mary's. Number 4, Annie Hemmelgarn. Misses that. It's Turner with the rebound. Hirschfeld handles the ball a lot for this St. Mary's team. Hemmelgarn's being more aggressive, guarding her closer. She had a steal before. Turner gives it up. Allemeyer. Rabel not able to get that shot up.
Yeah, she was thinking about it.
Ooh, she had an opening if she dribbled to her left. One more time. Jacobs. Seniors, they open up the post. Rabel off the screen. Pass a little wide. Nice save by Allemeyer, but stolen away by Hemmelgarn.
Good defensive possession there by the Wildcats.
Hemmelgarn through the lane, making something happen. Hemmelgarn will go to the line to shoot 2 more.
Now, you mentioned it. She's been a lot more aggressive defensively. She's also starting to attack the bucket here a little more. Nice, solid drive there by Hemmelgarn. And more importantly, she gets the 3rd foul on Reese Rabel.
Ooh. Hemmelgarn off the mark there. Sadie Niemeyer in the game. Another quick guard. Sophia Manker into the game. Coach Scott Jordan subs out some of his starters, but he just gives them a little break and back in.
Except
about 7 deep.
Except Rabel. I don't think she's came out
I agree.
the entire ball game, even with the fouls. She has 3 now still, and I believe she's played the whole time.
There's Rabel. Nice pass underneath, I think, by Jacobs. And Rabel will go back to line to 1. One of the keys that Coach Wiss talked about was be aggressive, and saying St. Mary's only goes 7 deep. Minster has played probably 10 players so far, something along that. I counted 9 they've played, so definitely an advantage that they have over a lot of teams. This first shot by Rabel rims out. 5'8" junior, so between Manker and Rabel, got a lot of scoring coming back the next couple years. Second free throw. She says, oh my gosh, and she shoots it. Wow. Well, you know you're close to the action when you can hear what the players say. I don't think she was real happy with that on my body.
She's 1 of 4 from the free throws. Lamb puts it up and in.
Nice post move there by Lamb. Stretches the lead to 8, and now Minster goes to 1-3-1. They like to switch to this at some point. There's Rabel. Had a good look there, but couldn't hit it. Inskeep with the board. Minster pushing the tempo. Niemeyer lobs it too high. Rabel comes up with the steal.
And Minster's had enough of those here tonight. Had some opportunities to get a good open look and have just overthrown it.
Manker with the drive, banks it home. She has a nice move with that bank shot.
7 points now for Manker.
Stallman thought about a 3. Niemeyer open for the tray. In and out, Inskeep with the rebound. There's Lamb. Too strong. Rebound St. Mary's.
I want to catch a break there. It looked like it was going to be out on Minster. St. Mary's tried to save it, but it already hit the line, so St. Mary's catches a break.
Logan Henson in the game, her first action night. Also Lily Barhorst. She's had 4 points off the bench. St. Mary's ball. St. Mary's down by 6. They were down by 4 at halftime. Minster's dropped back to a man. They played that 1-3-1, I think, for just one possession, maybe two.
Yeah, I think just one, as you said as well. Enough to shake things up a little bit.
St. Mary's stolen away there. Pass ahead to Stammen. Knocked out of bounds.
Well, that was a crazy possession because ball was loose on the floor. Himmelgarn actually kicked it away from one of the St. Mary's players, and then they pick it up, and St. Mary's able to recover and block the shot. Oh, I thought it was out of bounds. They called a foul there.
That was a nice, out of that scrum, Niemeyer right away found Stammen was open, and chance here for Stammen for 2 shots is the friendly home rule there. Reese Rabel, who had her first break there, comes back in, and a larger in the game, so.
She got a 12-second breather there.
Yeah.
Rabel did.
They have that, when they put Henson in, that was the 7th player for them to play. Stammen with a pair of free throws. Mesher coming in for Inskeep. When you have the luxury of having a deep bench, you can do a lot of, you can change your lineup and just everybody gets a break. Everybody's in, they're fresh. Right now, Minster has that advantage. See if it makes a difference as we go along. Wildcats up by 8. Rabel, and there's Niemeyer on her. She will drive, see whose foot that one off of. They say it went off of Niemeyer. There's a lot of Minster fans didn't think it went off.
It was close. We were right above it, and I wasn't even sure.
I think one of the refs pointed around and said, yeah, the fans in the stands must have better eyes than us, because they were all sure it went off the St. Mary's girl. Pass, fortunately, goes to Henson on the overpass. There's Jacobs trying to drive. Kicks it to Menker. Menker guarded by Stammen. Pulls it out. Definitely Menker and Rabel are their 2 biggest weapons on offense. Henson. Rabel is open for that long 3. Comes back to Niemeyer. Niemeyer drives to the hoop. It goes out of bounds off of St. Mary's. It'll be Minster ball. 1:31 to go. Claire Turner will check back in the lineup for the Roughriders. Minster has definitely pushed the tempo more this quarter. The guards, Himmelgarn and Niemeyer, have pushed it as much as they could. When they really haven't had first fast break opportunity, as Barhorse loses the handle. Rabel, now guarded by Larger. Spin move, loses it. Mesher up ahead to Stammen, able to save it. Seeing they go the half-court set if they work it down low to Barhorse. And they do underneath. Barhorse spin move, blocked on the way up.
A good help defense there by St. Mary's.
Under a minute to go. For St. Mary's, I think it's important for them to get a basket here before the quarter break.
Definitely.
8's a pretty big deficit to come back from with a quarter to go in a low-scoring game. Pass underneath, and fortunate for St. Mary's that they called a foul on Mesher. It probably was, but that pass looked like a turnover waiting to happen.
Yeah, just watching Rabel run around that whole possession, she's trying to get open, and Niemeyer was having none of it. Really working her a lot, Rabel, to try to get open. And they're posting right now. She's got a little size advantage on Niemeyer, but
Rabel, 3 on the wing. Menker comes up with the rebound, stolen away. They'll call jump ball, quick jump ball. And it'll be Minster ball. So Minster survives that possession there. Solid. They've made St. Mary's work for their shots. And
yeah, this is the part of the game, 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter, where you've been getting chased around the whole time. Several of these St. Mary's have had no break or very little, and Minster just keeps 7 bodies. You know, and we talked about it in the pregame. It's a good weapon for them because they're very deep. They don't lose anything subbing in and out, and they're consistent across the board. But give St. Mary's credit; they keep fighting. If they hit a couple threes, they'll be right back in this ball game.
Good double team there by Allemeyer and Rabel, and they get the ball back with 23 seconds to go. See if they take advantage of it here. Allemeyer almost double dribbled, and that's tipped away by Inskeep. Addie comes up with the steal. Up ahead to Mesher. She'll drive to the hoop, block, but a foul. So it was an 8-point lead. St. Mary's had 2 possessions. Minster here has a chance and couldn't cut into that.
Right.
Minster, if they get 2 free throws, that's 10 points going in. 10 points are one thing. 10 points in a 30-22 game.
Right.
That's a big lead.
I don't believe they've hit a three-pointer this third quarter at all, they being St. Mary's, which is a big part of their offense that's kept them in this ball game.
Yeah, the only ones that have scored here are two two-pointers by Menker. Second attempt here by Mesher. In and out. Rebound to St. Mary's. They push it all the way. Allemeyer's open for the 3. In and out. Larger. The rebound. Played 3 quarters of basketball as we go to the 4th. Minster with a 9-point lead here on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
We go to the 4th quarter. Minster has extended their lead to 9.
Yeah, Minster outscored St. Mary's 9-4 in that third quarter. As we mentioned, not a lot of outside shooting from St. Mary's in that third quarter. Let's see if they can get their legs back, give themselves an opportunity, and Minster's going to start with the ball.
St. Mary's in a zone. Minster being patient here. Inskeep all the way over to Hemmelgarn. Mesher's open for a corner 3. In and out. Had the look they want. There's to be a jump ball on the rebound. It's St. Mary's. I want to say in the third quarter, St. Mary's had their 3-point shots. They just couldn't hit it.
Right.
They had looks.
Absolutely.
They just couldn't hit that. Boy, you just hit one of those.
Right.
It's a 6-point game. Seems a lot different. You hit 2 of those. Usually a 3-point shooting team usually becomes streaky for most teams. You're usually getting a streak. You hitting them or you're not hitting them. See if they can hit some here in the 4th quarter. There's Jacobs. Can't hit that. 3 out of bounds will stay with St. Mary's.
Yeah, they also have had rushed. I feel like Minster's defense has been right there, and those have not been easy threes. They've been threes that they've had to force to get up to try to score.
Inbounded to Turner. Rabel can't get the shot off. Larger there. Trying to drive. Yeah, their offense is a lot of try to see the 3. If not, you drive.
Right.
If you don't get it, then you kick it out. And Minster has defended it pretty well, better and better as the game goes on. Menker in and out on the 3, and that goes off of St. Mary's. Tough break against Jacobs there.
Yeah, one of the better looks they've had in a while. Got a good look there from Menker. In and out. And again, you talk about being tired, and I know they're quite a ways into the season, and the body's pretty in shape at this time, but at the same time, when Minster keeps running bodies at you, it tends to wear you out.
And it's on Minster's home court. Didn't have to travel over here. It all makes a difference. Get the Barhorst to Mesher. There's tipped away by Turner, but Hemmelgarn comes up with it. Barhorst, turnaround. Nice move by Barhorst.
Yeah, Barhorst has had a couple of really solid post moves here in this ball game.
Just the third game back. You can see it coming together for her. Rabel will drive and draw the foul.
Third foul against Inskeep.
So Rabel, 2 shots. It's the first one.
Love the reaction. She kind of had that look on her face like, that one better go. It just trickled in.
You know, the other thing, and the new foul thing, it used to be once you got into foul trouble, in the fourth quarter, you got a lot of breaks because there was a lot more foul shots.
Yeah.
Now the way it is, if you're a team that's not real deep, you don't get those breaks because you're right away, you're not shooting foul shots as often. 3-ball, Webker, that is short. Rebound St. Mary's. They'll call a foul on the reach in by Minster. Hirschfeld back in the game as Coach Jordan, we talked about, makes a point of getting everybody a break, quick break, so is all he can afford. Really about a 6-player rotation. Jacobs to Manker. Spin move, Manker throws up a shot. Minster ball.
Good defense.
Hemmelgarn to Webker. Minster with a 10-point lead, I believe their biggest of the night. With 5.5 to go, roughly. Trying to get their 13th win. It'll be their 9th win in 11 games. Larger underneath the Inskeep.
Good pass from Larger. A good finish by Inskeep. Her 7th point.
Steal by Hemmelgarn and a layup. Timeout, Coach Jordan. Full timeout. Minster stretched the lead to 14 points. You're watching girls high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Coming out is precision strip timeout by St. Mary's. Minster with a flurry. Now lead by 14.
Yeah, again another good feed into the paint. Good finish by Inskeep. Led and then transitioned into a steal off the press and a quick Hemmelgarn bucket, and that grew the lead to 14. St. Mary's in a little bit of danger territory here. They're going to have to start knocking down some shots from deep and getting some turnovers.
This almost feels like a must-score possession.
Yeah.
Try to set up the Rabel, and there's another block by Larger. Manker tries to drive. There's a block by Webker. 2 shots, 2 blocks by the Minster defense. Larger in some trouble. Hemmelgarn working around the perimeter and reset the offense. Minster right now in the rankings, they're leading in their district with this year the Max Preps rankings, or their RPI, or whatever you want to call it. That's what decides the brackets, and right now they're number 1 in their district. Talked to Coach Wiss for the game. That's a nice pass underneath the Larger. The point was they need to win this game, and then on Thursday they play at Delphos St. John and win those 2 games and He's hoping he can keep that number 1 seed. Right now, big second half for the Wildcats as they lead by 16.
Because the number 1 seed gives them home court, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
Yes. Well, we just found out this from Coach Wist. The first 2 rounds, the old sectional rounds, are back to home games. So they can get home games here at Minster. As they had that during COVID, and they switched back to the neutral site sectionals, and now it's back to what volleyball and baseball's done for several years. At least that's in the Northwest District. I'm not sure about Southwest. So opportunities to play a couple of home court games is always nice. As you're trying to be rewarded for their season with that. Right now, they have played a great second half.
They played a good game all the way around, but you're right. The second half amped up to another level.
Hamilgarn, they had a little bit rough start. Some good defense by St. Mary's. Threw the ball away a bit in the
That's true.
first quarter, but second quarter is pretty even. But they play a very nice half-court defense. They pushed the tempo in the second half and wore down this St. Mary's team. And now they're really just playing keep away.
Yeah, when you're tired like St. Mary's is, it makes it a little easier to do as far as the keep away part.
Hamilgarn to the basket. Able to get a rebound, and they can keep this possession going.
That's lasted right up to a minute. I believe it started at 3:15, so we're down to 2:18. So Minster's ran a solid minute off the clock.
And they get the rebound again. Inskeep with another rebound, and Addie Inskeep's had another solid game. Probably one of the more consistent scorers on this team will go to the line.
Yeah, she was our NK Telco player of the game for the Tri-Village game, so coming off a solid performance last week, as you mentioned.
Hits the first one. It's Inskeep against that Tri-Village game, had 13 points. She's had 3 straight double-digit games. Reese Albers into the game as Coach Wiss will be able to clear his bench here. Albers had a good JV game. It was won by Minster. Inskeep with a pair. She has 9 points. She will lead in favor of Ava Stahman. It's a happy bench over on the Minster side. They led by 1 after the first quarter. They led by 4 at halftime and then stretched to a 9-point lead after 3. Overall, they just kept playing better as the game went on. Pass underneath Henshin will go out of bounds. They'll stay with St. Mary's. St. Mary's will travel to Kenton on Thursday. Then they host St. Henry on next Tuesday. St. Mary's will play 6 MAC teams this year. Minster is their 5th one. They're 3-2, and then they get St. Mary's, or they have St. Henry coming up. They will fall to 9-8. Still in in 3rd place in the WBL. Tipped away. They're going to call a foul on Schmeezing. Well, Minster will travel to Delphos St. John on Thursday. They are one of 5 teams with 2 losses in an amazingly competitive MAC race. Niemeyer on the floor with the steal. Albers up ahead. Schmeezing with the run out. Misses it, but there's Stahman. And then Niemeyer can't convert. But they're okay with that with an 18-point lead. After the St. John's game, they have a week off, and then they'll play Fort Recovery at home, their last home game regular season. So that will stay with St. Mary's. So Minster has regular season. They're at Delphos this Thursday, the home against Fort Recovery. Then they're at Kalida that following Tuesday, and then they finish out at New Bremen on the 15th. Down to a minute. St. Mary's is in 3rd place behind OG is 6-0. Bath is 5-1. St. Mary's tied with Shawnee at 4-2. Albers with the steal. To the hoop. Reese Albers will go to the line. Shoot a pair. Albers with 11 points in the JV game. In and out on the free throw. A couple new players in for the Riders. Kiara Dorston, number 13, and Chloe Ott, number 15. And for Coach Scott Jordan. Albers with the point. So people are going to see this score and think, wow, Minster had an easy game. And it turned to be an easy score at the end.
But that's what happens when you can play good aggressive defense, get some easy buckets off of your press, and then finish in the paint, knock down some timely outside shots, and that's what kind of been their recipe the last part of this season.
3-ball, Turner. Rebound goes out of bounds, so it'll be Minster ball. Probably Minster boys have won over at Marion tonight. They had a game at Marion tonight. They just announced here to the applause of several people here. I imagine there's a good crowd following the Minster boys as well. Right here, the fans here were rewarded watching the Minster Wildcats win their 13th game of the season. Our final score on the First National Bank scoreboard, they defeat St. Mary's 42-23. Our score by quarter, Minster led 10-9 after one, led 22-18 at halftime. Big third quarter led by 9, 31-22 after three. And our final score on the First National Bank scoreboard, Minster wins. Our final score on the First National Bank scoreboard, they win 42-23 with our final stats, post-game stats brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems by Mr. Greg Burney.
Thanks, Dave. We talked about rebounding being in this game, and it was fairly even. Minster ended up with 49 versus 45 for St. Mary's, so back and forth there, pretty even. Turnovers came out about. St. Mary's had 2 extra at 15 over Minster's 13. So really not a big discrepancy there. Minster did get to the free throw line 19 times, made 12. St. Mary's only 5, so they're just 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Minster did not make a 3, and St. Mary's made 4, but they were 4 of 20. So didn't really hurt early on. We thought they might make a few more, St. Mary's, but as the game kind of went on, they kind of, I think, felt a little bit of that Minster pressure in the defense that we thought we actually saw from both sides, but Minster's seemed to sustain a little more because of the depth. So scoring-wise, for the St. Mary's Roughriders, Sophia Menker had 7, Cadence Hirschfeld with 5, Claire Turner with 3, Reese Rabel with 8 for their 23. For the Minster Wildcats, Annie Hemmelgarn was 6, Ava Stammen 4, Addie Inskeep 9, Lydia Mesher 3, Lily Barhorse 6, Sadie Niemeyer 4, Adriana Webker 1, Anna Larger 4, Kayla Lamb 4, Reese Albers 1. So a lot of people in the scoring column there for the Minster Wildcats. Big thing is they come away with another solid win, beat a good St. Mary's team by a final score of 42-23.
They go to 13-5 overall and travel to Delphos St. John. And this team's a fun team to watch. And they're a fun team to watch in that they really play well together and they play just solid defense. They don't care who scores. Right. They pass the ball really well. They take the right shot almost always. And that pressure defense, it's just they all play defense and play it well.
And to be honest, this was a good game for them in the sense of this is one of the few times I feel like their guards were really challenged because St. Mary's is fast. Like they basically put 5 guards out there for you. I don't know if Minster's seen a lot of that. They usually get some size up against them and a couple guards they can handle. So it was good to see a lot of speed out there. I think the first part of the game, it took them a little bit. St. Mary's came out and knocked down a couple of threes. And we talked about a couple of those players being in positions and then they made adjustments. We got Larger out more on the ball. You saw Hemmelgarn out more on the ball, and it made a big difference because then they started getting those live turnovers, scoring buckets, and then they could set their press up, and they got a couple off of there too. And you take a couple of steals out top on the half court, a couple of steals on that press that they scored off of, and that 2 or 3 point game became a 10-point game real quick. And then their defense was able to settle in, and they just kept extending it a little bit at a time. So a good test for Minster and a solid performance.
St. Mary's falls to 9-8 overall in the season. They travel to Kenton on Thursday night. Minster goes 13-5. They travel Delphia St. John on Thursday. One order of business. A tough job to do. Our player of the game, when you have 10 different players score, it's hard to pick somebody, but our player of the game will go to?
Annie Hemmelgarden, who, as we mentioned before, does a good job defensively. Is really scrappy and around the ball a lot. You see her and Anna Larger surround the ball. It feels like every time that ball is, whether it's a tip ball, a loose ball, whatever, not that the rest of them aren't around it either, but those two just seem to really cause a lot of havoc.
Yeah, just adding on to that, it seemed like the second half, she really put pressure on the ball. She was guarding the ball her shot was at. And then she was aggressive running the offense. She pushed the tempo. Seemed like she came up the ball, pushing it. Our player of the game tonight, Annie Hemmelgarn. Congratulations to Annie. Also, congratulations to Minster Wildcats. The final score, they defeat St. Mary's 42-23. From our partner, Greg Burning, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching on NK Telco Sports.